it's Carl Daikeler here. I'm CEO of Beachbody, and I am here with a superstar diamond coach, Mindy Lawhorne. Superstar diamond means she has put together a team of at least 15 diamond coaches, and that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Because what it means is that she's helped at least 15 people put together a business that is actually starting to get momentum, getting real traction to help people achieve their goals, lead healthy, fulfilling lives, and just as important, help us end the trend of obesity with the products and the support of people who want to get healthier. So how have you managed to get to this point? Is this what you visualized when you got invited into this business? Did you see yourself one day here being interviewed by none other than me?
Actually, no. I mean, it's, of course, a goal attained now that I've gotten the business. But to be quite honest, when I began, I had no idea what I was doing. I knew I wanted more, and I wanted to help people because I had been helped. I grew up super overweight and lived my life like that all the way through junior high and high school, which isn't fun, being the chubby girl. But it created a why for me at that time. I wasn't married, didn't have kids, and I was really wanting to lose weight. So that was the beginning of it all for me. And then getting into this business, I saw it, quite honestly, as accountability. And I knew of Beachbody's programs, and I just thought they were an amazing company. So truthfully, that's where it began.
Well, look, we've got history, she and I. I mean, you were in the Turbo Jam videos, like 2005 or something?
Yeah, I think you're right, 2006-ish, something like that.
Yeah, so you know, you've been working in fitness for a while, and that might make some people think, well, of course she's successful. She's in one of the videos, and she's got a fitness background. I guess that's what you need to be a successful coach.
Yeah, and that's absolutely not true. Although I love having that opportunity, and it was a blast. And by the way, I had to audition to be the modifier. I just want to set it straight here.
Right.
It was a role, and I love being the modifier, but I can jump.
Okay.
Now.
All right, I'm not going to tell you how I voted.
Oh boy, but anywho, point is that you would think that might give you a leg up, but really, that's fun to be in those videos, and sure, I learned things, but how to connect with people is the way you grow this business. It's the way you help people reach their goals, and it has nothing to do with what I have experienced personally, or I've done all these and I have these certifications, or have been in this video. That's cool, and I love it, and it's fun, but it has nothing to do with how I help others, motivate people, and how you get someone else to reach their goals.
Yeah.
It's
now,
very little.
You know, what was your goal in the beginning of your career, even before, like, how has this represented a change of direction for you, or opening up possibilities? Just what did you think your life would turn out to be?
Oh, it's nothing like this. I mean, what we experience now in our life is ridiculous, but originally it was accountability, and I thought, well, if I could lose weight and maybe get into fitness a little, I'll never be overweight again. Because I honestly saw myself as sort of less of who I should have been when I was heavy. It's like it's like a cloak you wear. It's bizarre. Like, the real me's here, but everyone else sees the not real me, and I know that's not how I'm supposed to be. And it's not just the overweight; it's the emotions, the hesitancy to talk to people. You just don't feel like yourself. You know what I mean? When you don't feel right. And so I wanted that first. I wanted to be me. I wanted to lose weight and figure out how I could help people, but as like the real Mindy. You know, not like the overweight, chubby, cute. Oh, she's cute. You know, Mindy. I wanted to be Mindy. And anyway, that's where it started. And my goal, honestly, was in the beginning to stay accountable and then maybe help other people. And it'd be really cool if I could make at least $50 a month. Like, $50 a month was my first, like, if I can make 50, I'll be so kick butt.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a little better than that?
It's gotten slightly better.
All right.
Just slightly.
So, okay, not everybody, though, has your incredible personality. I mean, you're really good on stage. You're very well-spoken. But what do you say to somebody who might be thinking about this and looks at you and just is intimidated? They don't have the before and after yet. They haven't achieved. They still are wearing that cloak, as you said, and they go, okay, maybe I'll become a coach after that, or maybe I'll just get the products and do the products. But I could never be as well spoken and entertaining as Mindy.
Well, thanks, Carl.
Yeah, you're great.
Thank you. But the truth of the truth of the fact. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
The truth of it is, the person you become in this business, in my opinion, far outweighs any amount of money you make, any weight you lose, because you start to develop. The outside will soon meet the inside. You start to learn how to connect with people. Not everyone has to have a story to be in this group. There's something very beautiful about someone being on the journey
Yeah.
So it's not just, oh, I'm going to connect with a size 2, because I'll be quite honest, I don't connect with a size 2. That girl was never in band. She was never overweight. She doesn't understand the struggles I went through. And so we have to find our own story with this, because everybody has a story.
Yeah.
It can be emotional. It can be spiritual. It can be financial. It can be just, I finally feel good about what I'm doing, and I don't hate my work, or I don't hate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So a new coach that, or someone considering getting in this business that has maybe not had their story yet, it's the idea of becoming more like the person we should be, and then helping others in the process. Because once you even help one person, you're like, God, that feels so good.
Yeah.
That's killer. Yeah. And then you want to duplicate that, and you want more. But what we learn as we're a coach develops you into speaking better, or in a better way. You learn to speak well, not only in front of people, but even on Facebook.
And don't you find that when you believe in something,
yes.
that it sort of just comes to you? Like, the hardest thing to sell or to represent is that thing that you don't totally really believe in, or you don't understand.
Totally.
Like, that's when I think sales, or particularly network marketing, falls off the rails.
True.
Is you have to believe in that. And one of the things that I really love about the way you build your business, based on what I've seen, is you're creating opportunity, and I hope this doesn't sound wrong, but you're creating opportunity particularly for women that might not have visualized something quite as grand as this for themselves.
True. And one of the things that, I'm sorry to cut you off, but one of the things I totally want to say is that, I mean, no one is a one-trick pony. And like, there's so many moms go, well, I'm a mom.
Yeah.
Well, so am I. And by the way, no one's, in my opinion, is just one thing. You're not just a piano player. You're not just a, I don't know, whatever, fill in the blank there. Everyone has multiple talents, but once you do something you love and you don't sell it, it comes out naturally, just like your new favorite pair of shoes, or I love this new movie I saw, or went to this most amazing restaurant. It just comes out. Well, that starts to duplicate. People start to ask you questions soon. And so it's not just you necessarily having to say it. It comes out in your conversation. It's very natural.
But people would see you and also think that, and your team has been so successful, they go, oh, boy, it must just really work, and it just must be this thing that's on greased rails, right? But
so not.
You encounter a lot of rejection.
Oh my gosh, and I mean, like, really, I consider in my team, I've done the numbers. I really feel it's a 10-to-1 thing. For every 10 people I talk to, maybe one will choose to get in. So I get 9 no's. 9, so depressing, like I'm so discouraged. But that one person can make all the difference. So there's tons of no's, tons of ups and downs, tons of discouragement. And I have to sort of invent what we're doing every couple of months, really. Like, this is what's working now, let's go for it. And then everybody's like, okay, what else can we do?
Right.
But that's part of the business, and you have to be willing to kind of lock it in. We're going for it.
Well, the time of year matters. I mean, from, obviously in January, February, March, people are thinking it's time to change a little bit.
Sure.
And they get it closer to the summer, it's a hurry up, the beach season, and then it's different in the holidays, and it becomes more tilted toward, hey, let's start to create some cash flow and stuff. And I really just appreciate how you are flexible, and I watch you on Facebook, and I just see that you're just so supportive of people, and you understand that they're going to struggle, but you're just constantly, you never get down in it with them. You're just like, hey, come on, come on back up here. It's really, now, some people might also struggle along the path towards success with spouse support.
Oh, this is a great one.
Right, because network marketing gets so judged, and I'm one of them. Believe me, that was never wanted to be a part of network marketing, but it was the way we decided to do it, which was going to be intent on and committed to helping people, not just trying to get sales from people.
Right,
but it's tough to tell your husband or wife that that's what that company means until they start to experience. How do you overcome that, or how do you help people see past that?
Well, one of the most awesome things in the world is I have a huge story with my husband Lee, and how I got in the beginning, and he literally said, you spend more at Target in 10 minutes than what it's going to cost for you to be in this business. Go for it. If you like it, fine, whatever. Like, he was so like, I love you, but I'm not going to be part of this.
I see.
Well, as he saw the business grow, and I changed, and our vision went from, which this goes exactly with what we talked about a few minutes ago, the people that get really down in the dumps when they get a no, I mean, that vision went from, it's today or tomorrow, to like a month down the road, and to like 3 months down the road, and a year. So it's like, I understand, I've been in the the trenches and got told no before, but it's something to where I'm like, I get it, but if you continue, it's going to slowly grow. Instead of going, oh, they said no to me, I quit. No, we're thinking a month down the road, 3 months down the road. And how Lee came on is seeing that, and the ups and downs weren't tragic. They were, that stuff, but let's do something else. He started coming along, and then every once in a while he would mention a few things to someone. I'm like, oh, he's listening. He does understand. And then, of course, when the money came in, I'm sorry, that spoke volumes to him. But he literally got on my team calls officially as the partner about 1.5 years ago. My numbers doubled.
Oh, wow.
And Lee's not the stage guy. He's a little talks like this, kind of a little slow. Little southern, and I'm like, here's the show, let's party, and like he gets on and everybody loves it. But it's the combination. So once I think when a spouse sees that you don't work it like the other spouse, you support, and then you start doing it your own way. And like he loves P90X. P90X, I'm not good at it, so I stick to like Turbo or T25. We love, but he is a P90X beast guy. Well, that's his forte, so he talks to people about that, but not like I do.
Now you said he liked who the new you. I think you said.
Well, he
what
liked
does that
who
mean?
I was becoming because it was much more of a. Like I love things and I get very excited, and I was just more like a long-term thinker. Then our plans became longer, not just let's do this next month. It's like this is our plan for next year.
I see.
When we saved for our current home, that we're 100% debt-free. Our home is the only thing we pay for, which is amazing. Thank you, Beachbody.
That is amazing.
And we saved for 2 years for that home, and thinking 2 years ahead to put that kind of money back is really disciplined. And for some, he's highly disciplined with stuff like that. I'm like, whatever, let's go buy it. So we're a great combination, but he saw me becoming a little bit more solid, disciplined, which not only brought us closer as a couple, but I mean, he now doesn't work anywhere else. He works with me at home. We take our kids to school together. We, volunteer at the school together. He's the t-ball coach. He's now doing the things he wants, but he doesn't look like me. You know what I mean?
I get
we
it.
do it as a partnership.
So through this process, I mean, you've had this incredible success, but you've got a team that represents your incredible success. But even within that, you've got some people who you sign them up and you're like, oh, but this person's going to be an incredible coach, and it doesn't happen. And you've got some people who they just see it all the way through. They refuse to quit. What do you think the difference is? Why do some people get traction and others don't?
It's a very interesting question. I've thought about this many times, and first of all, the only reason I'm here is because I have an amazing team. I just want to make sure that you understand. And we've had 19 technical lifetime diamonds, and I've had probably 40 almost diamonds. And it has so much to do with, I think, timing and circumstance. But the biggest factor that I've found that motivates people is them telling me what is something in their life they'll never, never give up on. Okay, that's why you're doing this. Do you remember what you told me you would never give up on? So this one person that told you no is going to now not allow you not to fight for your family. You know that would never happen. So it's the holding them accountable to their biggest, hugest reason that they would never quit on. And those are the people that really latch onto that seem to grow.
Now, when you say timing, though, I mean...
In their life.
Okay, so in their life, not necessarily in the business.
Yes, I'm sorry, in their life.
Okay, because I hear that sometimes. I see people see the successful coaches and they go, oh, I wish I'd have gotten involved when she did, because that's when this was fresh and this was going to be a big opportunity. What do you say to that?
I say it has everything to do with your willingness to get as many people as you can doing a small, minimal number of things consistently. That's the beauty of this business. It has nothing to do with when you get in. It has everything to do with what you do daily, what you will never quit on. And when I said timing and circumstance, I'm talking about a person specifically. So people are ready and they want to do it, because I train everyone the same. I mean, slightly different based on what how they like to be encouraged and stuff. But some people jump like gangbusters. They get in, they go. And other people are like, meh. So I think it has 100% dependency on whether they're willing to not do what they want to do now in order to get what they do want later. Delayed
gratification. Well, I think, people can think that Team Beachbody has been a nice success. I mean, it's been recognized by a lot of people for its success, but still, 200 million people overweight or obese in this country, and certainly a big disparity between the haves and have-nots in society and in the economy, and there's just a lot of opportunity here, and I think we've just really scratched the surface of opportunity.
I totally agree. And I mean, I was talking with Tracy Morrow, and she said that they recently, on the It's a Small World ride, had to redo the boats because they couldn't carry people now like they could when that ride was...
The boats were bottoming out because people were too big. Yeah.
She also said that gurneys and hospital beds are having to be made differently to support more weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sign of the times, and it's a huge reason why we can't give up on this.
Well, it's a sign of the times, but it's not necessarily a sign of what people want for their times.
it's not what people...
That's the great opportunity, is people do want to live differently. And while, I'll be the first to admit, I mean, Beachbody has sold so much product on TV, but the difference between Beachbody and Team Beachbody is people like you and your team that create this support and this community, so that, I've spoken to people, they try P90X or they try Insanity or T25 and it's or Turbo or Chalene Extreme or Turbo Jam, and then it just goes in the closet because they go, oh, this is harder than I thought. This is going to be hard. But then they meet somebody who's been there, done that, and gotten over the hurdles, fought through the challenge and succeeded, and then they find that it's that community that helps them succeed ultimately. And that's why I think that, on our mission to end the trend of obesity and truly help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, it's the network and people like you that are going to make the difference. It's the difference maker.
It's the missing key that you don't get in the box.
Yeah.
And it's a must.
Yeah.
And we have to continue.
Right. Well, I think anybody watching this who's contemplating being a part of this, we need you in this fight. And I think you'd be lucky to join a team led by somebody like Mindy, who, I mean, truly, who leads you into this matters, and their attitude and how they can support you and what you can learn from their success does matter. So I think they'd be lucky to be a part of your team and follow in your footsteps. So thanks for being a real inspiration and a great leader.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'd love to have you. Come on.
Mindy Lawhorne.